Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll be going over nuclear wars in general and how the existence of nuclear weapons can be a catalyst for conflicts.
One might ask, what exactly is a nuclear war? Well, a nuclear war, referred to as atomic warfare, is a premeditated political strategy or military battle with the use of nuclear energy. Nuclear weapons that use nuclear energy, are a subsection of weapons of mass destruction. More on them later.
Nuclear wars are theorized to be the cause of the nuclear winter and nuclear holocaust. The nuclear holocaust theory mentions that approximately 5 billion people, more than 60% of the world's population, would die as the result of famine caused by a large-scale nuclear war between the US, Russia, and their many allies. According to the researchers, the conflict would create widespread fires that could eject up to 165 million tons of soot into Earth's atmosphere, leading to crop declines in the food exporting US and Russia that would send global calorie production plummeting by as much as 90%.
Meanwhile, according to some experts, a nuclear war's hundreds of nuclear explosions would likely cause a nuclear winter and environmental catastrophe. Scientists have been long aware of the harmful impacts of nuclear explosions, light, heat, blast, and radiation, but their indirect effects on the environment have been largely disregarded for decades.
There are two types of nuclear weapons, tactical and strategic. A tactical nuclear weapon is a nuclear weapon that is designed to be used on a battlefield in military situations, mostly with friendly forces in proximity and perhaps even on contested friendly territory. Generally smaller in explosive yield, under 1 kiloton to around 100 kilotons, they are defined in contrast to strategic nuclear weapons, which are designed mostly to be targeted at the enemy interior, far away from the war front, against military bases, cities, towns, arms industries, and other hardened or larger area targets to damage the enemy's ability to wage war. No tactical nuclear weapon has ever been used in a combat situation.
A strategic nuclear weapon is a weapon that is designed to be used on targets, often in settled territory far from battlefield, as part of a strategic plan, such as military bases, command centers, transport and energy infrastructure, and heavily populated areas such as cities and towns, which often contain such targets. Their explosive yields are generally much larger than tactical nuclear weapons.
Despite having little evidence to back it up, the nuclear revolution idea predicts that nuclear armed states would be used as proxies for conflict. The 1999 conflict between India and Pakistan complies with the logic of Snyder's stability-instability dilemma, which holds that nuclear countries only engage in limited war when shielded by their nuclear deterrent.
The empirical evidence that is now available contradicts the nuclear irrelevance school and the nuclear revolution hypothesis, which contends that nuclear weapons do affect specific forms of conflict interactions. Different nuclear dyads, symmetric, asymmetric, and non-nuclear, have different patterns of conflict and crisis escalation. The presence of nuclear weapons offers no advantage in conflicts and confrontations in asymmetric dyads.
The use of force by the non-nuclear adversary against its nuclear-armed opponent and escalation by that particular adversary are two separate scenarios with very high odds. Empirical study has shown how nuclear weapons have impacted historical patterns of international warfare, raising the immediate and possible long-term costs of war. It's yet unknown how these weapons may eventually change how governments engage in combat in the future.
That will be all for this video. We hope you learned something new and got more aware on the many topics related to nuclear wars and how the mere existence of nuclear weapons can be a catalyst for many conflicts.
As stated many times previously, we have created a form to get general public's opinions on our topics of focus. We would highly appreciate you filling it, as that will help us go ahead with our research.
Our next video will be focused on the long-term and short-term effects of nuclear weapons.
Thanks for watching.